Welcome, college basketball fans, to the Full Court Press Podcast with LT and Sammy D. This is the podcast that brings you legendary stories from college basketball's golden era and dives in deep with a current analysis of today's game. Get ready for the most energetic and entertaining college basketball podcast around. Let's get it.
Hello and welcome to another Full Court Press, a college basketball coaches show powered by the Full Court Network. Luke Taylor here. I'm in the saddle. Sam is not with us today, but that's okay. We're going to have some fun. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review. If you're watching us on Full Court Networks, smash the subscribe button and follow us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So we have one of the newest head basketball coaches, and I have to believe that he has some eligibility, and he might be the first player coach because I've seen this guy. This guy's stacked, and you know he can still play. We got new Sacramento State Hornets head men's basketball coach, Mike Bibby. Welcome to the Full Court Press, Coach.
Thanks for having me on, Luke. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So you still can play, can't you?
I haven't played in a while. I used to play in these little lifetime leagues out here with my son. I was a rebounder, turned into a rebounder, screen setter, and shooting jump shots. So that was my new role on the team of young kids.
So you're not playing with Sac State in the fall?
No. I don't think I can run up and down anymore. My legs won't let it.
So, we kind of talked off air just kind of briefly about kind of the current college basketball landscape. Why now?
I don't know. I wish it was thought over better. It's like hectic out there. Guys are asking for stuff that I don't think they're worth. And then you have agents. The agents, I don't even think they need agents, to tell you the truth. You could go out there and just throw out a thing for yourself and keep all the money yourself instead of throwing them a little 20% thing that they're looking for. But the portal makes it bad too. You got a lot of kids that if they face adversity, you don't want to teach these kids to just, okay, if things are bad and it's going to take a little bit of work to start or play more minutes, you might have to work a little bit harder. Kids don't want to hear that. And the first thing they do is when they want to leave. And, open that up for them, kind of sucks too. But it's what's happening now. You have to deal with it. And, we've kind of hit the ground running. When I got hired by Luke Wood and Mark Orr, it was like I got the job and like within 15 minutes I had like 300 messages on my phone of just video and people wanting to send these kids to us and look at these kids and look at that kid. So, we're not having an issue with kids of coming to the school, and I knew that wouldn't happen. But we're also getting a lot of kids that just want to come play. And hey, I just want time. I want to show people that I could play. And it's going to start to be like a farm system. The mid levels and the lower levels won't really have a chance because you have one good year and now you got these schools throwing, $3 million at this kid that was just getting paid $100,000 or was playing for free. These kids are taking that money.
Yeah, but can you imagine when you were playing? You were what you did. Obviously, a lot of us saw it. And, can you imagine this time, like what's going on now when you were in college, let alone being recruited and then having that successful first year as a freshman?
I don't think I would be where I was at today if it was like that. As far as playing 14 years in the league, getting drafted. Because I grew up with not a lot. I had a nice house, lived in a good area with my mom, my brothers and sisters. But as far as having what I wanted, that wasn't the plan. So I went out there, I had to work. And then when I got to college, my thing was, I'm going to make it. And that consisted of hard work and going out there and busting my butt to get to that level, not just coming out and, like I said, I've had some questions asked to me, who's recruiting at the same? Who are you recruiting at the same spot as me? How much minutes am I going to get? How much money are you going to give me? Kid asked me that. I don't really want him. Because I want a kid that's, I know money's going to be involved somewhat with some of these kids, but I want a kid that's going to come in, work his butt off, play hard, and if time gets tough, go harder even if you don't get to play in front of that kid, make that kid better, and then you might work yourself into the rotation. I want kids like that.
Yeah, but look at
kids like that too.
Right. And I think, what would Coach Olson kind of have said if he saw what was going on now? I mean, it's crazy. Even like the Dean Smiths of the world and stuff like that. I just can't imagine they would have, kind of dealt with it, how they dealt it, because it was more transformational. And I think that was back then. I mean, you had some teammates that, fought and clawed, weren't as decorated as you, or let's say a Miles Simon or a Jason Terry, whoever it is, had to fight and claw, and they're better off 20, 30, 40 years down the road because of it.
Yeah, I mean, that's like I said, I don't think I would have made it to the NBA if money was given to me that early, especially in high school. And, like in high school, I was I want to say, I was good in high school. I just, it was more of a, just off my talent. I did some extra footwork and stuff, jumping rope and agility, stuff like that. But there was I was never in the gym, like dribbling and working out like these guys are working out now. Even when I got to the NBA, it was all spot shots and 1 or 2 dribble pull-up jump shots. That's how I made it. That's how I made my game. It was never really 200 dribbles, spin, step back, jump shot. My game was never like that. I kept it simple, never really worked on ball handling. It was just all 1 dribble pull-ups, 2 dribble pull-ups, off pick and rolls and spot shots.
Jeez. So with everything going on, why would you get into college coaching at Sacramento State? Why now for you personally?
I've been trying to coach for a long time, Luke, and I've worked with a guy named Ty Ellis. He's the only one that's ever really given me a chance outside of Luke Wood and Mark Orr. He had me. I met Ty in a NBA coaching program. I was at the assistant coaching program. A guy comes in. I'm at the age of, oh man, you got to hear this guy talk again about something. And when he walked in, and he started talking, I kind of perked up a little bit. Okay, I like what this guy's going. And I went up to him after the meeting, was like, hey, do you mind if I hop in and drop in some games and some film and stuff? And he's like, yeah, come on. He's the only person that ever told me, yeah, come on. Everybody was always, no, we don't have anything, sorry. So he had me in a few G League games. He had me at the NBA G League in the bubble with him for 40 days. I did the Ignite program with him in Walnut Creek. So he brought me everywhere, and it was just never my time. I look at everything as God's time. And so with me, I kept wondering, why not me? Why not me? Why is this guy getting the job and I'm not? And I was standing in my press conference when I was doing a press conference and looking out to the crowd in the meetings, like, okay, this is why I wasn't getting that job. It wasn't my time yet, and this was my time.
Yeah. It's really interesting. You obviously had a prolific NBA, college, high school career. Even coaching, you won, I believe, 5 state championships. I'm a little bit disappointed you didn't win 6, but we won't go there.
My son got hurt. My son got hurt that year, and it was towards the end. And he was the callous. He kept everybody calm on the court and stuff. And he wasn't able to be out there on the court, so that was the main problem. We didn't get it.
Right. Always blame younger kids. It's the easiest thing to do. I do it all the time. Let's be honest. But you obviously played for some really good coaches. You've been around the game. You've been around some high level coaches. What would your coaching style be? What can people expect this first year as a first-year head Division I college coach?
We're gonna, I like the defense. We're gonna play defense kind of like the Houston Cougars. Everybody.
Are you gonna have practices like the Houston Cougars?
No, I'm not. So my daughter's boyfriend is Milos Uzan, and
oh, geez,
he broke his nose in one of those drills on the thing. So I'm definitely not, because that's the first thing I saw. I was like, and people are going to get hurt like that. And so, and then I found out he broke his nose in one of those drills. So none of those drills, but it will be more like, everybody's on a string and we're working hard, have somebody's back. If you get passed up, it's not going to be the guy that get blown by. It's going to be the guy that didn't help that's going to get in trouble, and have that kind of turn into our offense. I want to be more offensive minded than them as far as getting up and down the court, get easy baskets. Not settle for threes a lot, but get the ball ahead and attack the defense while they're on their heels.
Yeah. So fast pace, run and gun style, not
Yes.
many threes, which is the current NBA, which is like,
I mean, we'll shoot threes, but I mean, it's not going to be 73s a game. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So
yeah. Yeah, we were at the Final Four and just watching Houston play defense and just watching them, man. I mean, they get after it. I mean,
yeah,
they get after it. I mean, Sam was even saying like he felt sorry for any of their opponents because you might beat someone, but someone bigger. I mean, they look like LJ Cryer and four football players. And I mean, they're strong. Don't they look like that? I mean,
yeah.
they're big, strong dudes, man.
And you could tell that the coach emphasizes defense a lot because I mean you could tell they practice on it. I mean that's what you have to do. And kids in this situation, you have to put them in. You have to make habits for them. So put them in a defensive rotation every day to start practice. That's what we'll do, and just so they get in the habit of being able to rotate over. The ball moves, you move with the ball.
Yeah, yeah. So we've read many articles. I mean, Sacramento's your second home, and you obviously had a really good career with the Kings. What does the Sacramento community mean to you?
Everything, I mean, I'm in the community all the whole time, even when I played, and it's just to go back, the love that the fans show me. I mean, it's second to none. And I've been doing TV stuff out there for 2 years, and I mean, it's just great to go back and they show me love every time I go back, no matter how long it's been. It's been over probably like 15, 16, 17 years, and it's still the same love that they show me even when I was playing.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. How would you describe Sacramento State? I mean, they've been struggling in basketball. Let's be honest. They were, I believe, 7-25 last year in the Big Sky Conference. I guess why Sacramento State of all places to have your first head coaching Division I job?
I mean, it's obvious. I mean, they like I said, it was God's timing for me to be here, and they gave me a chance. A lot of people wouldn't give me a chance, and I told Luke and I told Mark that I appreciate the chance. I'm grateful for the chance that they're giving me, and I won't let them down. I mean, we've been recruiting hard, getting a lot of kids that I don't think would have went to the school if I wasn't there. So that helps a lot as far as getting the kids that want to come play for a guy that's been where they're trying to go. You know what I mean? And I want to put them in situations to be successful. I'm not going to watch film on a kid and recruit a kid and love the way he plays in this film. And when he comes to play me, not let him play like that. You know what I mean? That's not going to happen. So I want him to play. I want you to talk a little bit of trash. I want you to get out there, be excited, get your team hyped up. I want you to play basketball, and play with confidence. If you have a confidence, it will go a long way. You need to give these kids confidence.
Yeah, I wish I had some eligibility because I'm ready to play, Coach. I don't know if you want a 49-year-old, 6'2.5" overweight man with 3 kids. I'm available. I mean, the way college basketball is going, I might have some eligibility.
You might want to get on that football field. That size looks like a good football size.
I know. Let me ask you this: have you talked to like Penny or? I saw something regarding Deion Sanders. Have you talked to any former players that you might know or have played with or just know of that you've kind of bounced some ideas off of with?
I've been trying to get a hold of Deion. I mean, I don't have his number yet, but I'm trying to reach out to him, trying to kind of pick his brain to kind of, when he was at Jackson State, kind of the same thing, but it's kind of like everything falling into place. Like I said, a lot of these guys wouldn't be looking at Sacramento State if we didn't have the coaching staff that we had at the school. And like I said, we're getting 20 to 30 to 50 videos a day of just look at this kid. He'll come play for you guys. He doesn't need any money. He just wants to come play. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's been tough. Like I said, our staff, I'm trying to get them a raise, even though it's the first year, for how much work they're doing. But I mean, it's tougher than it looks. I mean, I know it's a lot of work. Like it had for the 3.5 weeks, 4 weeks that I've had the job, it's been nonstop.
Do you have to get all 13 players?
15 now. They have 15 players now.
Isn't that crazy? 15.
And there's no more walk-ons. There's 15 scholarships. They have no more walk-ons. So we have to get all 15 players. Yes.
So you have some guy named Shaq son coming in. How did that kind of come about?
We have a buddy of ours works him out, and we were trying to get him on the staff too. And he's like, "Hey, I could get Shaq's son to come play with you." I said, "Yeah, what is it going to take?" And he told us whatever. And I called up Shaq, and Shaq gave me a thumbs up, gave me the kudos to take care of his son, and just make them work. You know, don't give them nothing easy. I wouldn't give him nothing easy anyway, but he gave the keys to, you know, to his son, like, take over. I trust you, and I trust in you and coaching them.
Yeah, that's amazing. That Shaq, he just phone call Shaq. You know, it's funny, you're talking about how many videos you get. We get videos on Twitter and stuff for us to look at the tape. I'm like, dude, we do like college basketball shows. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, we know a lot of head coaches, but I mean,
it's tough. Like, I mean, I get so much, and I just send it to my staff, and like, everybody look at it, tell me what you think. And I mean, there's been times when they send it back, like, I like so-and-so. I'm like, who sent that? They're like, you sent it. So I'm like, I'm getting so much stuff, like, I'm forgetting what's to be sent. So, I mean, we're picking through all the guys, and we're going to have a tough team this year. We're going to be ready for this conference for sure.
Yeah, for sure. What do you know about the Big Sky?
I know that Montana's been the best team in there for a while. And, I mean, it's along the West Coast, but I mean, that's all I really know. I watched some of the games this year from Sac State. Like you said, 7 wins, and you know, I'm trying to trump that by a lot of wins. So I'm gonna put a lot into it. I take this serious. I'm not coming in just to be, win 8 games and feel better about myself and better about the season. I want to come and try to win this thing.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. But the funny thing with college basketball, how it's going, though they could be good last year, doesn't mean they're going to be good next year.
Yeah, for sure. You never know who you're getting in, who you're getting rid of, and that makes it tough.
I feel bad for you, Coach Travis. You just lost the, conference player of the year, but whatever.
But the thing is, you want to get these kids into where you want to get them better. That's what's going to happen in this league. That's why there's no Cinderellas in the tournament this year. You got 4 number ones in the Final Four. That's happened twice. So crazy. It's going to keep happening just until they figure out a way to stop the transfer portal or slow the transfer portal down and do it that way.
Yeah. It's funny how you say there's 4 number ones, but actually the year you guys won the national championship, you're the last team since the 64 plus team model have beat 3 number 1 seeds in a tournament. So,
oh really? Somebody else did? Who else did it?
Well, someone before you. You're the only team. Sorry, you're the first team since they expanded the conference. I don't know who it was, but I know you guys beat Kansas. Was it
Kentucky and North Carolina?
In North Carolina.
And it's crazy because that year we were hoping we made the tournament. I remember us sitting around because we were 500 in the Pac-10. It was a Pac-10 back then, and we were just hoping to get in. And I mean, I think our conference was so tough that they gave us a number 4 seed, and we were like, wow. We almost lost the first 2 games too. I think we were down in both Alabama State and College of Charleston. I think we were down both games. So
yeah, and you guys had the funny thing is you guys had a squad that did pretty well in the NBA, which is nuts. So we do this section called the what do we call it? I don't even the shot clock. We're going to call it the starting 5. So I'm going to ask you 5 easy questions. Whatever, if it more than 1 or 2 words come about, just have at it and what have you. Okay, so just real soft and easy. It'll make you think about yourself a little bit. Biggest influence in basketball? Biggest
influence, Michael Jordan. For me, or are you just talking about in general?
I've never heard about him. So, what's his name? Michael Jordan?
Yes.
Just biggest influence in basketball, whether it was a coach, a teammate, a player. If it was Michael Jordan, it was Michael Jordan.
Yeah, to me, it was Michael Jordan.
Why? I mean,
self-explanatory. For everything that he did. I mean, he changed the game. And when he came out with those shoes, he's an icon from his first season in. I'm with the Jordan brand now. I mean, you could go all the way down the line. Just everybody looked up to him. Everybody wanted to be Michael Jordan growing up.
Yep. Most influential coach in your career?
Ever? Like ever or?
For you, ever. It could be a AU coach. It could be a high school coach. It could be
probably Lute Olson. I'll say Lute Olson. Just the fact of the confidence that he gave in his team. I looked up to him, and what got me like that is because we're in the tournament, and he comes to me and like he brought me up in front of the team and was like, Mike, I need you to do what you do, how we recruit you. Like we need you to play like why we recruit you. And him saying that in front of the team gave me the most confidence in the world. And I think it was after the second game that we were there. Because, I'm with Miles Simon, Michael Dickerson, Jason Terry, all these guys that were like high-profile players. And I'm a freshman coming in. I'm trying to fit in and just play basketball. And when he said that in front of them, that kind of gave me the go ahead. Like, okay, Mike, be you, and that helped me the most.
Who is the biggest shit talker on your team? I mean, trash talker. Sorry, on your team.
On our team,
Yeah.
At U of A,
yeah.
Jason Terry. He liked to talk a lot. He talked a lot.
Yeah, I think he's still talking. Not as much as Kevin Garnett, but he's still talking and no one's listening.
Definitely Jason Terry.
Who was the hardest player to guard? Who did you always have trouble guarding, whether it was NBA or college?
Stephon Marbury.
Okay. Oh,
he was so strong. He was quick. He was fast. He was. You knew he was going to get a 25 to 30 shots a night. And when you know going up against him, he always had that mindset. I mean, he's from New York. His mindset, every time he went against a point guard where there was questions, he was going to come and give you his best.
Yeah, yeah. I was a big fan of him. The guy I loved was Kenny Anderson. I don't think
I ever got to play against him. Not in his heyday.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe ask him to play right now. You could probably take him now. One guy you loved playing against. Who did you own on the basketball court?
Vucevic from the Lakers. And the reason why is because they'd always put him in to try to be a pest to me. And they didn't understand that made me play better and made me play harder. You know what I mean? When you wake a sleeping bear, they'd wake a sleeping bear when they'd put him in the game.
Oh, Jesus, that's funny. So when you were in college, who would be your squad? You can't have any of your college teammates on the team. What would your all-star team be when you were playing in college? Give me the 5, and you can be in the starting 5 if you'd like.
Yeah, me, Vince Carter, Ron Mercer.
2 small forwards there, Mike.
Huh?
You got 2 small forwards there.
That's all right. They play small ball right now. So
yeah, that's true.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think who was in our draft. Paul Pierce. I'm taking Paul Pierce.
Dude, you got 3 small forwards.
Yeah, I mean, we got to score. You got to score the ball to win, Luke. Yes, we're trying to score this thing.
I don't think there's enough balls for those 3 to score, let alone you in the center.
I'm trying to find. I might even have put another small guy in there. Let me see. Dang. Let's go with Antoine Jameson.
Playing the point guard position?
Huh?
Playing the point guard position?
Antoine Jameson can play my center.
Oh, my God.
Put the other guys in there.
That's a pretty electric athletic team. Jeez. I don't think people understand how athletic Paul Pierce was, especially at Kansas, man. He had some scary dunks. Obviously, Vince Carter and, Ron Mercer was phenomenal too at Kentucky. So two last questions. This is about you. So if they made a candle scent of you, what scent would you be?
Shoot. I've never even thought about that question before, Luke.
This tells a lot about you. You know that. This is
I know that's what I'm trying to answer. I'm trying to answer right. I don't even think I can answer that, Luke. I don't even know. I have no idea, Luke. I have no.
Think about that one. We've heard gunpowder smoke. God rest Coach Amir Stoll. We've heard eucalyptus mint. We've heard vanilla. We've heard it all. So think about that.
I'm not a scent guy, so I don't even know if I could give you one.
Yeah, you and I can't remember who the other coach said that. She's like, I don't know any of the scents. Just give me like the pine cone or whatever. I'm like, all right.
Yes.
All right. So you had a successful run at Sac State. They're going to do a Hollywood movie about you and your life. What would the name of the movie be called? Who would play you? And what would the soundtrack theme song be? Maybe the song that best describes you for this.
Vin Diesel. Everybody's been saying it for like years. If I was Vin Diesel, so I'm gonna have Vin Diesel play me. The soundtrack.
What would the song be? What would be like the song that everybody would know about this movie?
Oh my gosh, you're making me think.
We're hard hitting here on the Full Court Network.
What was the first part of it?
The title of the movie, and then the
Dang.
song the title and the song that best describes you. How about that one? What's your walkout song?
It's funny because I don't have one because I just got put into the Arizona Hall of Fame and they wanted me to put a walkout song in there, and I didn't give them one. It was like 2 days, probably last week. It'd be something by Tupac. It'd be something by him. That's my favorite entertainer of all time. You know, I didn't get a chance to meet him, but it would be something by him.
Yeah. Okay. And then what would the title of the movie be?
Bad Boys. Basketball version.
Okay. Okay. Would you have like Mark?
Not with Will Smith and Martin, the basketball version.
Well, Coach, we really appreciate that one. But last question I want to ask you, what can people expect from the Hornets this year in year one of the Mike Bibby era?
A lot of excitement. You know, I think we're going to change the culture over there and make it a winning culture. You know, get kids in there that work hard, play hard. We got a coaching staff that's really caring. You know, my son's on the coaching staff, my cousin's on the coaching staff. So it's like a family thing to where I got a lot of guys from my coaching staff from the high school as well, as far as be comfortable with your kids. It's going to be a family atmosphere. We'll take care of your son like he's ours. And just it's going to be a situation to where we want these kids to get better. And we're going to be over there teaching them, not just rolling the ball out and hopefully you guys do good and we'll see you guys tomorrow. We're going to really be working. I'm really going to be teaching, and everything's going to be precise when we get out there play. I want to see everything perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. They say point guards make good head coaches. So I guess we'll see. You're the case study this year.
I'm ready, Luke. I've been waiting for this for a long time. I'm ready.
Yeah, well, thanks, Coach. You're going to stick on for one more second. Check out Coach Bibby and the Sacramento State Hornets in the tough Big Sky Conference. It's going to be fun to see him when they roll out the ball and let him coach and let the players play. But don't forget to subscribe, rate, review if you follow us on the Full Court Network YouTube channel or on any of the different podcast handles. And we'll be back next week on the Full Court Press, a college basketball coaches show.